Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Alpha Day Trading. If this is your first time inside the Alpha Day Trading community, please take a moment to actually leave us a message inside the chat. Myself, other mentors, leaders, and other members inside the community would actually like to take a second to welcome you to the team. Yes, this is a pre-recorded video, so no, I do not wear the same polo every single day. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You'll never know. And again, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the team if you are new. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Now, if you guys ever notice any issues whatsoever with the community, simply refresh your browser and that will fix almost every issue. If you notice any issues with the stream quality, scroll down to the lower right-hand side of the stream, click the settings icon and actually set it from auto to 720 or to 1080p, and that will permanently set your quality so you'll never have any issues with the live stream. Now, if you still have any issues and you've refreshed your browser and you've already changed the quality, scroll down to the bottom of the chat room page, click one-on-one support, and actually send us a ticket, and we will be able to reach out to you immediately to get everything fixed. It is our main priority to make sure you guys always have the best experience while you guys are inside the chat. So once again, my name is Josh Howerton. Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading, and if you're brand new, welcome. Day one, baby. Welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. We're so happy to have you a part of the team. We cannot wait to work with you. And if you ever need anything whatsoever, never hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Oh, shit, we're live. Oh. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. I really do feel like that, like taking a big old nap. I was up all night last night. The kiddo had some like food poisoning or something like that. It was crazy, man. I was up at like 1 o'clock, 5 baths, puke everywhere, cleaning up, man. I tell you what, I'm fired up to work with you guys like I am each and every day. But I am slowly trying to pick up that energy right now. So bear with me, guys. If I'm a little all over the place, just know that I'm on 2 hours of sleep. But we're going to rock and roll like we always do. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to learn, and most importantly, we're going to make some money too, guys. Another great day ahead, another great day of profits, and another great day of opportunity, baby. So let's go ahead and dive into it once again, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, May 13th. We are sitting right about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we got a couple stocks to talk about, all right? Again, we know the last, this week, a lot of these stocks not doing too much in pre-market, sitting back 15, 20 minutes, waiting to see where the action and where the volume goes. That's the way it's been the last 3 days. I expect to see it the same exact way today. So again, I'm not going to really go into all of that. We know exactly what to expect. We know market conditions. We're prepared. We're disciplined. We're patient. Sitting back, waiting for those A+ setups, ready to rock and roll. So let's go ahead and get into it. I do want to start with one thing. And what I want to start with, guys, is for those of you in chat, for those of you on YouTube, who has enrolled to get our morning newsletter? Who's enrolled to get it? I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I just want to make sure you guys are getting the emails. I ran into some technical difficulties the last couple of days, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, I want to make sure that you guys are getting it. All right? At least you're getting that 8 o'clock email saying, yo, Josh is throwing up that morning newsletter at 9 o'clock. And like you guys know, around 7:30, 8 o'clock, you will get segments of the newsletter, right? I'm slowly adding to it as press releases come out, right? I'm updating it. So it is live as of 8 o'clock, but it is not officially done until 9. So Mark, you got it this morning, checking the newsletter daily here. I enrolled, but not getting it, still not getting it. Wait, all right. Again, so it seems like it's 50-50, which is really weird. So again, let me figure this out, guys. Again, let me reach out to my development team, my marketing team, and see exactly what's going on, because I do want you guys getting that reminder every single morning. So at least until I can get these bugs fixed, jump on over to alphadaytrading.com. Go up to that education tab, click on newsletter/blog, and you can go ahead and access that morning newsletter as early as 8 o'clock in the morning right on the website until I can get everything fixed, because it seems like it's 50-50. We got Wes, Chris, Trey, everybody in chat getting it. 50-50 over on YouTube. So again, I'm going to dive into that today over lunch and really figure out what's going on to make sure that as of tomorrow, moving forward, that you guys are getting the morning stock newsletter. All right, guys. So again, I appreciate you guys' understanding with it. You have to love technology. You have to love, it's a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful thing. So once again, good morning, team. Good morning, traders, and happy Thursday. I hope everyone had a fantastic evening last night and that you are ready for another great day ahead. And congratulations to everybody yesterday in chat, locking in some great profit. We had a lot of great opportunity yesterday. I personally was able to lock in another small little base hit day of $700. But green is green, guys. Green for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Feeling good, feeling great. So far, currently up almost $7,000 for the month of May. Rocking and rolling, going for that $20,000 mark. So I'm excited to see what we have in store today. I'm excited to work with the best trading community in the world. You guys are what makes Alpha Day Trading the best. So I appreciate all of you for showing up every day, for being motivated, for taking that initiative and seeing those results, guys. I mean, it just absolutely fires me up. So again, we know that the penny stock market's pretty slow and choppy at the start, right? Very scattered. Just need to sit back and see where the best action goes, all right? And again, like yesterday, I really do plan on sitting back and just kind of waiting to see where that, that big time profit is, right? What stock is going to give us the best opportunity to make some big time profits, right? I have yet to get a home run trade. Now, am I going to force, large size home run trade? No, but if we can get some solid market conditions, guys, I'm ready to rock and roll and have a big trading day this month, guys. So, live stream, as you know, always up at 7 a.m. Commentary starts at 9. Let's go ahead and dive into it. And we actually do not have a lot, right? Yesterday, we had like 15 press releases. Today, we have a whopping 6. So, we have PALI, FTEK, CYAD, VTNR, BNTC, and HRTX. So, PALI receives FDA Fast Track designation for LB1148 for reduction of adhesions following a normal of pelvic surgery. All right, there we go. What does that mean? I don't know, but what's that keyword? FDA Fast Track designation. Is it a 5-star keyword? No. Is it a crappy press release? No. It's decent, right? It is decent here on PALI. And we can see PALI actually got some nice hype this morning right around 7 o'clock. About the time that press release dropped. Yep, right at 7 o'clock that press release hit. So this stock closing yesterday at $5.25. Hitting these pre-market highs of $7.42. So right now, PALI, it just doesn't have a lot of, past chart history to go off of as far as solid support and resistance. I was talking to some traders this morning here in chat. Why is $7 not a great area? Because it was a spiking high. We were really diving into what makes support and resistance solid and not solid. What makes support and resistance, strong and light. All right. So in my opinion, right, from my experience, what makes support strong is when we have multiple times in the past that a certain price level has been hit, right? So if you look at the daily chart and you can see $7 has been tagged 1, 2, 3 times on the daily. We can see intraday that we had a 3-touch break over 7 and we're pulling back. So not only do we have 3 separate times today, intraday, that we had, say, $7 resistance, and then we broke above. Then we can look back at past chart history on the daily chart and see that that $7 area has been respected several times, right? That, to me, is strong support and strong resistance. So, if that was the case here on PALI, I would have been a buyer off this pullback, right, into that high off $7. But when I look at the daily chart, we don't have a lot of past chart history to go off of. Honestly, I haven't seen $7 really tagged beautifully even one time on the daily. So now let's go look at intraday. It only hit it one time, and then it broke right above. So in my opinion, that would be considered light support. Could it bounce and push on up if there's a lot of momentum and a lot of action? Absolutely. But again, could it crack on down and move on lower? Absolutely. So we were talking to a few traders in chat on how we really identify strong support and light support. And this was a perfect example of light support not really having super great odds in your favor of that really getting a strong bounce. And we saw that play on out. It tried the bounce, but then it cracked all the way down to $6.40. Another thing I want to point out is 660 was a decent little level, right? If we actually dive into the daily, we can't really see too much. But if we dive into like a 1 hour chart, we can see here that, look at that. We have, we bounced at 670. We bounced at 650. Right here intraday, we bounced at 656. So seeing that here on the daily 1, 2 times, seeing it bounce here intraday, that gives you a little bit more of an edge that could be stronger support. And again, it's not always going to work out, guys, right? It actually did not bounce at 656. Where did it bounce? It actually bounced off these highs, right? It actually bounced off those highs, and those highs were only tagged one time, right? One time on the daily chart. If we go into a 1 minute chart, we can see here that we didn't really do too much here intraday. So again, it's never 100% of the time. We're never going to be accurate 100% of the time. We just have to identify, what gives us better odds of being right than being wrong, right? In my opinion, when we were looking at $7, I felt like we just had 50-50 odds. When we were looking at PALI down towards around that 659 mark, because we had a lot of, a couple times here on the daily chart, right? 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, and then intraday, that tells me, it's like, okay, it's not really 50-50, is it? That could be like 60-40, 70-30. But again, we never had a really solid confirmation of that holding on up. So again, we can't just look at support and be like, all right, it was tagged 5 times, I'm buying. We have to look at volume. We have to look at price action, candlestick formations. We have to really identify multiple different things to really try and get an edge on that play if it's really going to hold on up. So with that being said, again, I wanted to share that with you guys is how I identify areas of strong support, strong resistance, and then light support and light resistance. It just really depends on how many times in the past has that level been respected. The more times, the more conviction, the more times, the more, possibilities that you get those bounces or you get those rejections off those levels of support and resistance. So we have PALI with fast track designation. This stock, again, up 29%. Average volume on this play is about 500,000 shares, currently trading 5 million. So we have 10 times the average daily volume here on PALI. That right here shows me that there's traders, right? There's activity. There's volume. The spreads are nice and tight, baby, right? We could definitely see this go on a nice big run today. We have a very, very low float stock. But let's go ahead and do this. Let's actually look and see what that float is. Is this accurate with trade ideas, right? Let's go ahead and go to Yahoo Finance, PALI. Let's scroll on down the float. Look at that, guys. Yahoo Finance is saying the float is 97 million. Here on Trade Ideas, it's showing 2. So that's very misleading, right? Is it 2 million? Is it a low float stock? Or is it a large float stock, right? Whoever wants to do the math, feel free. Do your shares outstanding. Do the math on how you actually calculate the float against the market cap. You can actually get an idea of what the float is. Again, I'm not going to do it. But, so with that being said, we just got to be mindful is we may not see it really spike big time because it could be, a large float, 100 million in float stock. But at the same time, Trade Ideas is saying it's about 3 million. So, let's just take an average. Let's just say it's a medium float stock, 50 million in shares, all right? So we have PALI right now with, average float. So again, could this stock really take on off? I mean, it definitely could, right? It definitely could. We do have a lot of room to the upside. This is a newer IPO stock, right? Probably a SPAC. Was it a SPAC? A lot of SPACs lately, right? A lot of SPACs. So with that being said, PALI has just started trading end of April, right? So we do have a lot of room to the upside. I went ahead and dived in I went ahead and dove into the hourly chart and really just started marking up our levels of support and resistance. And what I'm noticing here is, right now we want to see this hold above, ideally that 660. We're actually right back above now. So ideally, if we can hold above that 650 to 660 on PALI, we do have room back up to those pre-market highs. Anything over those pre-market highs, next target would be 776. Anything over 776 would be right around the 870 area. Well, let's just call it 875 because we do have that psychological 875 number that, day traders with penny stocks respect. Anything over that, right up towards around 10 bucks. Anything over 10 bucks, room all the way back up into the high 10s to retest those all-time highs here on PALI. So this stock definitely does have a lot of great potential. Definitely something we should really keep on watch. This is probably going to be my #1 stock that I'm watching out of the gate. All right, moving on, baby. What do we got? We have FTEK. FTEK, Fuel Tech, reports 2021 first quarter financial results. All right, so we have Q1 financial results. Anything super hyped up there? Anything super amazing? No. But we do see these plays every now and then get some great action, get some great momentum. So definitely worth keeping this one on watch. Let's go ahead and do our due diligence and see where this can go. So the first thing I'm going to look at is those key levels of support and resistance. Again, how many times have we tagged a certain area? Well, right here I noticed $3. Back here in March of 2019, there was a high. Right here we had a lot of support and a lot of resistance right around that $3 mark. Let's go back a little bit. Do we have any other levels? Not really, but we have a few. Then we can come up here, right underneath these lows. Look, we bounced at 344 once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. 344 is going to be a solid level of resistance on this place. Now we have some overhead targets. Where's support? Right? Let's go ahead and look at some support and see where that's at. All we're doing is just looking at levels that have been tagged multiple times. I noticed this area right here. I noticed this lower shadow. And I also noticed this upper shadow from this day, right around that 266. So right off the bat, looking at the daily chart, I see 1, 2 times right around that 266, just scrolling back. All right around here once. So now we got 3 times that level's been established. Not quite, but pretty close from that 250 to 260. So it's safe to say, guys, that we do have some decent resistance near the high a day up towards around that 266. So just because it breaks high a day doesn't mean we're going to get that pop immediately to $3. We may have some resistance at 266 based on what we're seeing here on the daily chart. And then we also do have our 200-day moving average and we have our 50-day moving average right in that level as well. So that's going to be some pretty key resistance. We have a 200-day moving average, a 50-day. We have 3 times in the past, 266, has been respected. We have to clear those levels. We have to see some volume really move on into the stock to get it up towards around that $3 and possibly even up towards around 344 here on FTEK. So those are your levels. Do your due diligence. Get prepared. Let's keep this on watch. We do know that they released first quarter financial results and we know our targets. We know our levels, okay? So that being said, we're going to throw some support right underneath these pre-market lows at 224. All right, so right now 224. If we can't hold that level down towards around $2 would be the next level for a possible bounce over on FTEK. Next on the newsletter, we have CYAD. What's up with CYAD? They're going to present data from phase 1 trial of non-gene edited allogenic CAR T candidate CYAD-211 in relapse multiple myeloma at the European Hematology Association Virtual Congress. So, have they presented positive phase 1 data? Is it negative? We don't know. They're going to present, but they have yet to present, right? But we know it's coming on up, so we can look into this press release. We can get an idea of maybe there some early press releases, right? Kind of if they've updated us on some early on results from this phase 1 trial, right? Let's see when this data is going to be presented, because if it is positive data, say it's going to be happening next Wednesday, that's the date that they're presenting it at 2 o'clock, all right? We need to keep this play on watch. You could keep this play on watch because if you're, again, CYAD, Wednesday, 2 o'clock p.m., presenting their data. We don't know if it's positive. We don't know if it's negative. But if you're tuned in and you're watching that news streamer and it comes through as positive, you're ready to go on CYAD, right? If they issue positive phase 1 trial data, that could really create some hype into the stock. It's 11 million in float stock. Right now, it's not trading a lot of volume, right? We're trading 160,000 shares. It's only up 14%. And we can see that there's not a lot of opportunity today. And this daily chart absolutely looks disgusting. This chart is just getting slammed. So with that being said, today, CYAD, anything as far as opportunity goes, I wouldn't say so, right? I don't think the stock really has a lot of opportunity, but we can just keep it on watch, right? They're only going to present data. They have yet to present it. So once they present that data, if it is positive, that's when we can see some hype move in over on CYAD. Moving on, we have VTNR. So what's up with VTNR? VTNR reports first quarter 2021 financial results. So we do have VTNR currently up on the day. What is that? It's like 20%? Where's VTNR on this upgapper list? Here we go. Yep, so we're currently up about 16%. 36 million in float stock, trading 2.8 million shares, and the average daily volume is 1 million. So we're trading 3 times the average daily volume. So we have a decent amount of activity. We have a reason for the stock moving up. And honestly, the daily chart doesn't look all that bad either. It had a big run up. It got destroyed. And then it's been consolidating for the past, couple of months, right inside this range. It's just been consolidating, accumulating. This press release, boom, that was able to get this stock making its leg up. So we can definitely see some action here over on VTNR today. So let's go ahead and mark up our levels and get prepared. So one thing I notice right through this area is just a key level of resistance, support. And we can see here that we're just really chopping around that 165. So ideally, we want to get back above that 165 if we ever want to see those pre-market highs again. And then just looking left, right up and towards that level, 225-ish. Looking left, boom, 274. Looking left, possibly up to 314. Let's go back a little bit further and make sure that we have all of our levels marked up. Boom, look at that, 221. Solid resistance in the past, solid resistance here recently. So that 221 is going to be a key level. Looking left, boom, look at that, 274. Solid resistance on the daily chart here recently, boom, spiking high from February 8th. So we know these targets are going to be respected. So right now, let's just go ahead and throw light support right around these lows, right? Honestly, we could see it down just a little bit more into that last little level at 154. So I'm going to go ahead and call this at 150 light support. Nothing crazy, right? If we don't hold 150, we could technically come all the way back down into yesterday's highs, right around that 150 mark, 140 mark. So we'll keep VTNR on watch. Right now, it doesn't look like it has a lot of great opportunity. It's only Q1 results. So again, nothing phenomenal, but the daily chart isn't all that bad, right? I like the fact that it just got destroyed. It's been accumulating and consolidating sideways over the past, 2 months. And now we have some news, and this stock is moving up from around 138, hitting those highs of 188. So if we can hold some of these levels of support and we can see, some opportunity present itself, we know we have room back up to 188. Anything over 188, we have room to 121, and then all the way up towards around 274 and then 314 here on VTNR. All right, and then next we have BNTC. BNTC. What's going on here? BNTC Form 10Q filed by BNTC. So this actually came out last night. Yes, so this press, I'm actually not even seeing it on TV. I pulled it off my my scans feed. So when did this come out? Let me check real quick. I mean, clearly looking at the chart, it looks like it came out last night, but I'm just trying to actually see the exact date that that filing came out. So again, the filing was just a, excuse me guys. Again, the filing was just a Form 10Q. Clearly, it looks like it came out last night. We had a lot of hype all the way up towards around that 571. Right now, just giving everything back, right? Right now, giving everything back. So the only level that I want to look at is off yesterday's highs, 450. If we hold above 450, we could pop back up. What stock was it yesterday that literally did nothing, right? There was a stock that did nothing all day, but it held that prior day support and boom, it got a nice big pop to it. What stock was it? Was it HRTX? No. Was it VTNR? No. I cannot remember, but there was a play yesterday that we were like, hey, just keep this level on watch, and it did absolutely nothing all day. It held above $8.50, and then it got a nice little pop to it, right? So I'm going to try and find that real quick just to show you guys that, some of these plays can definitely move on up. Let's go into yesterday's newsletter. WISA. LRMR. Yeah, it was LRMR, right? So again, this stock was just fading. And we said, hey, look at that $8 level, right? No lower than 8, 832, looking at that prior day low. If we can hold above, we could see 10 and then 11, right? We could fill that gap up towards around 1290. Again, it didn't do anything. It absolutely did nothing, but it held support, and then out of nowhere, boom, volume moves in. And it did go on a pretty nice run, right? It went about $2 to the upside. So same thing, guys, here on BNTC, right? BNTC. If it just fades and does nothing and it just sits sideways above 450, keep it on watch. Set some alerts at like 460, 465. If we ever start seeing volume move in and it's holding above 450, this one could definitely get back up towards around 584, right? It doesn't look like it's going to do too much right now, but it's definitely worth something, keeping on watch. So I'm definitely keeping this one on watch. I'm personally going to be setting alerts as well, and I'm going to put some alerts right around that 475. Let's go ahead and create an alert here. Let's go at or above 477. Let's go ahead and get something in the system, right? If it comes down and just sits sideways at 450, I'll bring my alert down towards around 460 to 465. And if it's ever triggered, at least we're like, hey, all right, cool. We have news, Form 10Q, nothing crazy, but we did see, yesterday's play actually going a nice big $2 move midday when it did nothing. And that's what we're seeing, guys, is midday runners. Midday random stocks getting volume, getting hype, going on nice moves. That's what we've been seeing since Monday. So why am I even going to focus on BNTC? Because it could sit sideways for the first 2 hours. But traders are desperate to get something going, and this could be the play. And this one has a lot of room all the way up towards around that 581, guys. So get prepared, do your due diligence, and be ready. Last but not least, we have one last stock to talk about, and we got 4 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. So HRTX. So we have HRTX Therapeutics announces U.S. FDA approval for the management of, big word, don't know, not even going to say it, pain, for up to 72 hours. So, keyword, U.S. FDA approval. All right, so HRTX has a decent little press release here. HRTX closed yesterday at 1741, hitting these pre-market highs of 2146. How low can it go? Well, let's look at this level right here. This level right here on the daily chart, those prior highs, that was going to be a key level that I wanted to see it hold above. That's a key level right here. We're actually working our way back down. So if we somehow get back above that 1850 mark, we could definitely see it back up to 20, possibly even back up towards around 21, and back up towards around that high at 2232, right? So those are going to be our levels very quick. Boom, boom, boom. Right now, a regain and a hold of 1850. We could definitely see this play up towards 20, 21, and then 22 here on HRTX. So what stocks am I focused on right out of the gates? Well, the number one stock, guys, the number one stock that I'm focused on is going to be PALI. All right, we're also going to be watching FTEK. And do not forget about yesterday's movers. All right, we had CRIS. Keep that on a back burner just in case we see some of these prior day stocks get some volume, get some action. We also had EYES yesterday, right? And we also had IHT. And guys, IHT is getting some nice volume here right before the open. So, top 2 stocks I'm focused on here out of the gate. Number 1, PALI. Number 2, IHT. All right, IHT has a lot of resistance right off those lows. This stock needs to break and hold 740 if we're ever going to get back up into the 8s. All right, if not, IHT shortable, guys. I wouldn't mind shorting this. We had a big red day yesterday. So again, we're trying to get a quick little pop. Again, if we stay below 740, 750, I would definitely be interested in taking this for a nice short for another big red day on IHT. So that's what we got going on. Top 2 stocks, IHT, followed by PALI. Let's get ready to go, team. Let's get fired up. Let's have an awesome day. We have a minute 30 until the bell. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. And again, guys, I will be working this afternoon on getting all of the email issues fixed, making sure you're not getting stuff you're not supposed to get, making sure you're getting what you're supposed to get. Definitely need to go through and tweak some stuff. So here come next Monday. You guys should be all set, ready to rock and roll. In worst case scenario, you may be receiving an email from me with a new form to go ahead and re-register quickly, just to go ahead and get into that list to get these newsletters if that's the case. All right, guys, so just be prepared that you may be receiving some correspondence from me as far as just re-inputting your name and your email to make sure you're re-added to that email list. All right, so let's get ready. Let's rock and roll, team. Right now, I do like PALI over 650. So PALI over 650 is appealing. And even if we dip below to like 634, that's okay. We've been seeing a lot of red to green moves lately. I can't tell you how many red to green moves we've seen, right? Opening up right at support, pulling back to another level of support, boom, getting a nice move to the upside. So I'll be keeping that on watch. Again, we have no indication that's going to happen. But if it does, we know our levels of support, resistance, we're prepared, we're good to go. And we are live. So there goes IHT, guys. IHT, nice, strong move out of the gate. This stock actually may get halted, guys. IHT is going to get halted. That is insane. Woo, look at that. Nice big squeeze. This one has room all the way up into those highs from yesterday. We're going to put that right at 850. This one has a lot of room all the way up towards around the 850 mark. They're on IHT. Oh, yeah, guys, and over the weekend, come Sunday, that video, I saw Corey made a comment. Good information on that course. It was about 2.5 hours long. A lot of it was me the first 2 days, but then we brought Matt on, a 10-year, 6-figure veteran options trader. Been doing it full-time. Absolutely crushes it in the options market, day trades, and he actually jumped on the mic for about an hour yesterday and shared his strategy and some techniques and tips with the team. So I was actually able to build all that into a 2.5 hour long series, the Ultimate Options course. Again, it's good stuff. It's good content. It will be up and on YouTube until Sunday. Come Sunday, it will be taken down. So make sure, if you want to watch it, if you want to gain some knowledge on options, check it out, guys. Good stuff. All right, so I'm going over to IHT. High risk, high reward play. This stock is really moving on up today. Again, we could see this as high as yesterday's high first, right? I see a lot of resistance around that 850, and it's almost tempting to short it because we have not gotten a pullback yet. So with that being said, you may see me taking a short here in the near future over on IHT. As again, we opened up around 750, up over $1, and we have not pulled back yet. Again, I was wanting to get in at like 840, risk over 850. So let's see, one more quick little pop in this candle. Maybe actually starting to see this turn south. I'm gonna go ahead and short this stock. I'm gonna go ahead and short this for a possible dump back below 8. Seeing our first red candle. Let's see if it's actually gonna come on down. Let's see if we actually get that nice pullback here over on IHT, guys. Come on down below 8. Come down below 8. We want to see you get nasty, baby. We want to see you get nasty. Give it a few more moments here to see if it does come down below 8, but it's actually fighting for 8. About 10 seconds left on this candle. Let's see if it holds down. See if we see another little candle move on in and actually get that down below $8. Right now, I'm looking at like an 830 stop on the play. But a few more moments here. Right now, I only have about 1,000 shares. Again, my risk is going to be right over like 830. There's 815. So it's moving around a lot, about 20 cents up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So let's see which way traders are going to take this. I'd like to see a nice big pullback here on IHT. It's flirting with that 830 stop loss. It's flirting with it. I'm in at 814 right now. I'm right about break even. I'm up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's actually kind of flagging here, so I'm going to go ahead and walk away from that. First red candle, looking for a better pullback, back down below 8. Right now, I'm not going to get caught up in any kind of squeeze here, so I'm going to walk away from it and just kind of see how it plays out, right? It's only the first 5 minutes of the day. Last thing I want to do is hold this and watch it go to 9. It was worth giving it a go off that first little red candle, looking for that pullback down to 750. Could it happen? Absolutely. It definitely could, but not going to get caught up this early on in a squeeze. And look at that. Right back down into the low 8s. Watch it crack $8 now. So IHT, is anything going on with BNTC? BNTC was our alert. Let's go ahead and throw that up here now. Just to see. Look at that. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Right idea, right? Right idea. Just took a little longer than I expected. PALI doing anything? PLI is still... Nah, that doesn't look any good. LMPX was halted, so let's just go check out LMPX. LMPX, nothing really happening there. FTEK. A little bit of a bounce off that 224, nothing crazy. BTNR, nothing happening. And then HRTX, nothing happening. I don't know why those alerts aren't going off. CYAD, yeah, let's check it out real quick. CYAD thoughts. If anything, I would short it. Right? We gapped up right into that 13-day moving average, and look at that daily chart. This thing is just getting slammed down every single day with increased selling volume. So yeah, this stock moving on up, they surged on positive data from multiple myeloma cell therapy. But the way I look at this is, imagine traders that are in this that are bag holding, bag holding, bag holding, bag holding, bag holding. The second they get an opportunity to get out and reduce the loss, they're probably going to. So again, we saw it push up off the news and then just slowly falling on down. So do I think this has a lot of great opportunity? I really don't, right? It'd have to really break over 6 and hold 6 again if we were going to probably see it maybe up into like the 680s, right? But right now, looking at that daily chart, to me, it's nasty, right? A lot of selling pressure, people just getting out of this, dumping hard. And again, why did we see it pop and then dump? Well, again, if there's a lot of people in this, that are just getting destroyed, hey, they were up from yesterday's close at 526, up $1.50 a share. That may have put them back in the break even or reduced their loss. So again, a lot of profit taking there right off that $6 mark. So I don't personally think we see a lot of opportunity here on CYAD, but if you do want to keep it on watch, it'd have to break and hold over 6, which is going to be our 13-day moving average, and we do have room right up towards around that 682 mark. All right. So right now it's definitely IHT, guys. IHT is a very, very quick choppy play, right? This is a high risk, high reward play, right? It's moving quick. It's moving $1 in a matter of minutes. So this is one of those you just gotta be smart, guys. Gotta be smart. Wait for those A+ setups. We're only 939 in the market right now. So right now, I am not in on anything, right? So I did take a small little loss there on the IHT short just to watch it actually go in my favor. Here's MTEC, guys. Let's go look at, METC, hitting the breakout scanner. Let's check this one out. All right, what's going on with METC? Last press release, yesterday earnings, actually last night in post-market. And this one's starting to get a nice little pop to it. This one could possibly see like that 533 mark. And honestly, if it ever does pop up to like that 533, maybe look for a short back on down. So we'll kind of keep that one on watch as well over on METC. So right now, guys, sitting back, being patient, waiting to see where the best opportunity is. Again, IHT is very volatile play. It's up and down, very, very quick. Here's BNTC. BNTC, guys, that's actually getting a nice little pop to it. Right up into that 584. So let's keep BNTC on high watch here. Let's see if this one can ever get above that 581 mark. This one would have room first up towards around that $7 mark. 750, 920. I mean, this one has a lot of room to the upside, guys. So let's keep this one on high watch over on BNTC. Then off to the side, I'll throw IHT up. Those are our top two stocks right now. IHT and then BNTC, guys. Top two stocks at this point in time. Yes, cuz KUZ, I do. Yeah, so on YouTube, man. Yeah, definitely check it all out. So on YouTube, there's a lot of lessons that I used to record and upload last year. So feel free to go over to the videos tab and check some of those out. But we do actually dive into some support and resistance on YouTube. And we do have our advanced support and resistance lessons built into the Ultimate Day Trading Starter Kit. Again, there's like 53 lessons in there, and we do a little bit more advanced technicals and a little bit more advanced approach inside of that Ultimate Day Trading Starter Kit course. So what's up with RELI? RELI, nothing too much. BAOS, halted. Why? All right, so BNTC and IHT, top two plays. Right now, IHT is a little choppy up towards around the 850s, and then we have BNTC trying to hold that previous high here at 550. Right now you have, light support right around the 550, trying to hold up, possibly trying to get its next leg higher. Right now, still sitting back, guys. We're only 14 minutes into the market, all right? If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Still kind of just sifting through, looking to see where the best opportunity is. And right now, there's a lot of stuff moving, but where's that best opportunity? Is it going to be IHT, right? We have a lot of resistance here, right around that 850, but IHT's fighting for it. Is it going to be BNTC, right? BNTC just went from around 473 up to 580. So this one had a pretty nice move to it as well. So which one is going to be the big mover? Are we going to see BNTC get that nice break? Or is it going to be IHT, guys? Let's see. Right now, nothing holding on up. BNTC definitely having a hard time. IHT, a lot of rejection off that 850. So right now, not really touching anything, guys. Exactly, Chris. We're on the same page. Not trusting anything that we're seeing. Yeah, I don't really see too much. Right? IHT was a good go. Right idea. A little early on the trade. Maybe premature stop. I don't know. I was looking for that first red candle to follow on through. It took 5 freaking candles later. But yeah, Chop City. It's like that Tyga song. Rack City, Rack. We're going to just do a Chop City remix for stock traders. So, Chris, you do music. Yeah, so let's get that Tyga song, Rack City, and let's make a little remix called Chop City for day traders. Chop City. And I'll do the rapping and stuff too. It'll be terrible. At least Chris is on board. He's like, that'll be humorous, man. I'll definitely rap a little bit. We'll have some fun with it. And no, don't ask me to start rapping right now because, yeah, let's not make a fool of myself, okay, guys? Not going to make a fool of myself. I was literally getting ready to spit a few lines for you guys and really show you some of my skills. Not today. Good morning. What's going on, Barca? Not happening. So right now, it is definitely Chop City. And for everybody inside of chat as well, the Ultimate Options lesson over the last 3 days, we did put together that 2.5 hour long course for you guys. That has been uploaded into the into the video lessons library for you guys. So feel free to check it out. Good stuff. Also, I added a new little button above the live stream in our community overview box, basically with instructions on how to change those god-awful profile pictures. Those are ugly. I want to see some beautiful profile pictures, man. I want to see some stuff popping in chat. So if you guys get a chance, it takes 5 minutes. You click the link, you use the email and password that you used when you signed up for chat, and then you just go and upload a profile picture. And within a few minutes, it'll actually show your own profile picture here in chat. So make sure you guys do that, especially to get rid of those really just ugly boxes. So right now, there's nothing. IHT, guys, nothing, right? We saw this coming. Not a lot that really happened right out of the gate. Here about, 11:30, watch for something to really take on off. Do we have anything that looks good? We got FTEK trying to get some volume towards it. We got FTEK fighting here. This one does have room back up towards around that 250. The 266, remember, that's a key level right through that little area here as far as resistance. So this whole area here is going to be a challenge for FTEK. Once we get above that, boom, we have a lot of room to $3 here. So keep that on watch, especially over that 266 mark. How's some of our gainers from yesterday doing? EYES, anything there? Nope. RKT. As you guys know, we were talking about this yesterday. A few more days of consolidation. I am going to continue to add to this long-term play here. Good dividend payouts. The stock has a lot of great upside potential, in my opinion. Earnings have always been relatively good. And this stock has just been beaten down, right? Beaten down from these highs of 40 all the way back down towards 16 support, right? So again, if we can accumulate and consolidate here, we are low enough in these oversold territories to where we can actually start to see this move back up. And our first target would be right around that $20 mark. If we ever fill this gap, maybe up towards around 22. So I am looking to add more RKT over the next couple of days, guys, for a longer term swing trade. So right now, penny stocks stink. Let's go look at some possible options, guys. Again, we've been talking options. The S&P is one of the easiest, all right? S&P is one of the easiest options to get involved with as a newer trader, right? Why is that? Well, you have 3 expiration days a week, number one. So the options are, less expensive. Right now you have tomorrow's expirations. Again, we find something with a 30 delta. Again, based on the lesson, the 30 delta helps us manage our risk per dollar move that, say the S&P moves. You're only going to pay $100 a contract. Here's the cool thing. If you see a beautiful setup on SPY and this has room for $1, right? Let's say that you identify a setup with a $1 profit target. That means if you come in here and you buy this 412 strike, you're going to pay $100 for it. If you hit target, you're going to make roughly $28. That's 28%. And SPY moves $1. That's only on one contract. What if you step up and buy 10 contracts? You can make $280, right? And this is kind of the strategy and what we're going to do in the beginning during our small account challenges. Again, we're going to be working options. We're going to be working equities. We're going to have multiple accounts because, again, if we just have an equities account, we may be sitting on the sidelines today because there's no opportunity. But if we're working both, right? If we have options, futures, equities, right? We can take advantage of any opportunity in the market, which you have to think of, guys. It's like, again, my analogies really, really suck. But imagine someone calling you up. Let's say you're in the construction industry. Hey, Josh. Hey, my gutter's hanging off the house. Can I hire you to come out and rehang my gutter? Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll be there in an hour. Vroom, you get there. What's up, little Johnny? Hey, Johnny, you want me to fix that gutter? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Josh, while you're here, I have some other work that needs done, right? I need to do, some decking, right? I need some wood cut. I need this and this and that. And you're like, Johnny, my man, all I brought was my drill and some screws. I didn't bring my saw. I didn't bring my tape measure. I didn't bring my fancy little pencil. I didn't bring any of that. And Johnny's like, dude, you're in the construction business. How are you not prepared right now? You only came prepared for one job, right? You should always come prepared for multiple jobs. Johnny, man. All right, go ahead and fix the gutter. I'm going to have to call someone else. All right, analogies suck, but same thing with the market, guys. Right? We come into the market with a skill set of penny stocks, right? And let's say penny stocks are done and dead for the day. But what if, there's opportunity in the options market, right? right? You show up to your job today here in the stock market, and let's say that there's no opportunity for you to make money doing anything with penny stocks, right? But if there's opportunity and options, what if you're not prepared? What if you don't have those tools on your tool belt, right? What if you're not educated and prepared? You didn't come to the job prepared, right? You can't make money. You can't take advantage of the opportunity, right? So always be prepared. Have knowledge in multiple areas of the market, right, guys? Equities, penny stocks, options, futures. Because again, penny stocks, don't expect to trade them all day, every day, right? There's a lot of times that there's penny stocks that are dead and we're not touching them. So why not have some education and knowledge with options, right? So you can actually participate and maybe make some money in the market, right? What if, options are just, what if the VIX is high, right? Like back in March, right? Options were crazy. Matt talked about that yesterday. It was almost impossible to trade options for like 2 months last year because the VIX was like at 80, right? The volatility index absolutely crushed, options. So, okay, you have futures, right? The SPY's volatile. You can't trade SPY options because the spread's $1, but why not go trade the futures? And the futures contracts were nice and tight on the spreads. So that's what I'm trying to get at, guys, with my terrible analogy is, again, make sure you always come prepared, right? The last thing you want to do is show up to a job site and only bring one tool, but the guy's offering you 5 different jobs and 5 different forms of money, 5 different streams of income, but you only come prepared for one job and you're screwed. Right? Don't come to the market with preparation for one thing, penny stocks. Let's get you educated on options. That's why we did a 3-day series for options to get you guys built up, and how you can actually dive into the options market. Now we're going to talk futures, right? I have a skill set with futures, options, and equities. Right now, penny stocks suck. So what? Am I going to sit here and just force trades with, penny stocks? Nope. I'm looking at options, guys. I'm looking at futures, guys, right? I'm prepared. I'm good to go. I can take advantage of any opportunity that presents itself. So that's the way you have to think, right? A lot of people just penny stocks, penny stocks, penny stocks, and that's fine. But what if you have 2 weeks of no penny stock movement? Why not participate where the action is and still be able to apply the skill set that you have and make some money, right? That's why we're here. So again, right across the board, guys, nothing really going on, right? So let's look at the SPY. The SPY actually has a lot of attention today, right? So if you guys like options, we can look at the SPY. If you guys like futures, hey, we can look at the SPY. So right now, let's go ahead and take this down into maybe like a 4-hour chart, and let's fine tune some of our levels. Let's see if we have anything that just really stands out to us. Big nasty sell-off, boop, consolidate, boop, get some nice action off these oversold conditions. All right, so here on the 4-hour, we do have room, basically kind of where we're at. We have room to that, like that 410, 411. All right, we can never get over that level. We can actually grind back higher. Right now, really just trying to fine tune these levels. Yeah, look at that. You have a lot of this resistance from prior support right around that 411 mark. So guys, 411 is going to be a key little level here. All right. Going back to the daily chart, let's go ahead and really narrow this down. What do we have, right? We saw this coming Monday. I don't know if you guys heard me, but I said, hey guys, 30-minute SPY chart. Look at the head and shoulders pattern. We have room down to 410 from 420. I didn't expect it to go to like 404, but hey, right? We saw it. We saw that that divergence. We saw that head and shoulders pattern, right? What do I mean by divergence? Look at this on the daily chart, guys. Boop. Look at that. Boop. Stocks making higher highs, RSI's making what? Lower highs. And we've had this nasty, volume for the longest time. Look at all this, look at all this decreased volume as the stock's moving up. And every time we broke through our downtrend on the volume, it's always been nasty selling volume. So you take that in consideration. S&P's moving up on, nasty selling volume and light buying volume. We see divergence on the RSI, right? We have a 30-minute head and shoulders pattern on Monday. I mean, it was clear as day, right? Right here, boom, head and shoulders. What if you missed the initial crack off the head and shoulders pattern? Look what it did. It came back and retested the neckline and whoop-ah! Right? So again, we got to be prepared in every market. So with that being said, what can the SPY do today? All right, let's go ahead and look at the daily chart and let's try and fine tune some stuff. Let's go ahead and clear that out. Remove. and remove. And let's go ahead and just look at it. So yesterday, our close was right around that area, or our open, I'm sorry, right around that area that we're looking at as far as resistance. So we're going to go like 411.28, right? We have a gap to fill. We have a gap to fill. So again, could this go all the way back up and squeeze in the new all-time highs? It could, but I would expect to see it sit sideways for a little bit and then make its decision. Consolidate, next leg up, consolidate, next leg down. So really, we just need to wait for that accumulation, for that consolidation, and see which way traders and investors want to take this. We definitely may have some nice swing trade opportunity coming on up here on the SPY. All right, let's go back and look at when it sold off aggressively. Look, it sold off aggressively, a little bit of accumulation, some consolidation, boom, next leg down. We can see that every time we have a dip, we can accumulate and we consolidate for a few days, and then it makes its decision, boom, down. Right? Not every time. Sometimes we pull back, we accumulate, we shoot up. But that's just something we have to be mindful of. Give this a few days to see which direction it's going to go. I would assume it would accumulate and consolidate between these two levels, between 405 and 411. I would assume these are the two levels that we're going to tag. And if we break above, let's go fill the gap. Right? We have room all the way up towards around 417. We could look to take some longs for a couple day swing. We accumulate and we crack below this level, look for the gap to fill down towards around $400, maybe even down to $398. So we're just getting prepared on the SPY, right? If we get one of these setups to confirm, hey, we might have a nice rewarding swing trade that presents itself. So I want you guys to keep the SPY on watch. I'm here over the next, few days into next week. So PALI, you have two distinctive downtrends. 1, 2, 3, right near the VWAP at 650. You have 1, 2, 3 here intraday that we're getting rejected off of. So we may have a nice little scalp opportunity coming on up here on PALI for a possible break of that first downtrend for a run up to the 650 VWAP and the second downtrend. So again, let's wait for this to see what it does over the next couple minutes. Maybe we have a nice trade coming on up here on PALI for a quick little scalp. CRIS, big U-shape. Big old U-shape. Looking to see if this possibly break on out over that 1436. This one would have room all the way up to about 15 next, and then up into about that 15.5 here on CRIS. So SPY's doing pretty well. Let's go ahead and apply Matt's strategy that he taught us yesterday, and let's see, how it would work out. So we can establish a little bit of this uptrend. He likes to trade on 2-minute charts. All right. So let's go ahead and just clear this out. Let's look at the big picture here. All right. So we have some lows here. All right. We're looking at some of those lows there. But really what I'm noticing, go ahead and remove that one out. We can connect off the open and run it right up. And let's ever see if it comes down and actually tags that level, right? It's not super clean, not super clear, but it's definitely worth something keeping on watch. Right off that low, connect that low, and let's just see here. Right now, we know at least where intraday support is, right off that breakout level, right? We know that right around that 409 is a good level of support here over on the SPY. You guys noticing anything that we are missing? I see AMC's moving its way up on the leaderboard. So we have AMC guys looking to get some action towards it. So we'll keep AMC on watch as well. BNTC, guys, looks like it's pretty much done for the day. It'll take a few moments to update, Beth. It will take a few moments to update on the profile pic. Hey, look, that's beautiful, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That is sexy. Thanks. Good job, today with the market sucking. That just looks clean now. Doesn't that just look good? Mwah. Beautiful. Look at that. We got some profile pictures up in chat now. Woo, buddy. Chris is that the moon, Chris? Ooh, that's the dark side of the moon. And Beth, what is that? That's a martini glass. Oh, you're thinking about 5 o'clock already, aren't you, Beth? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. She's sitting at her desk right now, looking out over the nice ocean. She's like, you know what? Josh wants a profile pic. This is what I'm seeing. My martini glass at 10 o'clock in the morning. And Chris is going to the moon, baby. Chris wants to go to the moon. That's funny, guys. Well, good stuff. I mean, it makes it look good, right? Instead of these really ugly little gray and white boxes. So cool stuff, guys. Don't talk to me about a martini. No, I'm no girl, but I like me a good martini, guys. And it was pretty easy to get that set up, wasn't it? It was actually pretty easy to get that profile picture in there, so good stuff. So right now, guys, there's not a lot, right? There's not a lot, but again, this was Monday and Tuesday. Everything fading on off. And then, bow! Some nice action. So right now, guys, there's no sense in really just sifting through these stocks mindlessly. Let's look at the SPY. I mean, the SPY may have some good opportunity coming on up, guys. Do we have anything else options-wise, right? Apple, again, talking to Matt yesterday, if we want to start making a list, all right, if we want to start making a list of stocks to trade options, that's what we need to do, okay? Again, we want to find a stock that trades on average probably $2 to $3 a day. That would be a good idea, right? So again, and then let's actually start building our personal watch list for options. Why not? Why not? Especially when the market's slow. So obviously we know the SPY, right? The SPY is a good one. We come and look at Facebook, right? Facebook on average trades a couple dollars a day, right? It has some pretty decent moves. So Facebook would be a good one to put on your watch list for options, right? And again, Facebook's a $300 stock. We come into our options, we can buy these for what? $100. That's a good options chain. Let's go look at Boeing, right? Boeing as well. Boeing's not bad. Boeing's a little bit pricier, but it does trade pretty good every single day. So Boeing is another really good one. JP Morgan, right? JP Morgan is another good one for options. This one trades a couple dollars a day on average. So JPM's another good one, and it's in that price range. JPM. So right there, we just got 4 stocks that meet, some of our initial criteria. On average, trades $2 to $3 a day, between $100 and $400. And the options and the spreads are normally relatively tight. All right, so we've already established 4, right? Why would we not want to do something like Coinbase, right? Well, number one, the spreads suck. Look at the spreads, 50-cent spreads, 80-cent spreads, $1 spread. I mean, that's just absolutely just crazy, right? So again, why would we not want to look at Coin? Because the spreads suck. Disney, what does Disney do on average? Disney has some pretty decent, days. Even the smallest day that I see right here was a low of 181 to a high of 183. That was a $2 move. So Disney isn't bad. Disney spreads are nice and tight, and they're relatively cheap. Okay, so again, we can add Disney to something that we would keep on watch for options as well. So that's all we're doing right now, guys. We're just getting an idea of what stocks we would want to add to our options watch list that meet our criteria, right? We don't want to look at every single stock. Not at all, right? We want to make a list of 5 to 10 stocks that we get familiar with, that we know how they move, and then those are the ones that we want to focus on. Tesla, I don't like trading Tesla options. It's a $600 stock. Number one, they're expensive, right? Tesla is expensive on the option side, all right? Number one. Number two, the spreads are sometimes hit or miss, all right? Sometimes we've seen Tesla spreads like $1, right? Like $1. But let's stay away from that, right? For newer traders, Tesla, it's challenging to trade options on Tesla, right? Because they're very volatile. They move very, very quick. And then for one option contract, you're going to fork up $600, right? So again, Tesla is a good one. Don't get me wrong. Tesla's a good options chain. A lot of people do really, really good with it, right? But again, the price is, it's a $600 stock. So these options are going to be more, expensive compared to, say, like Boeing, right? Look at Boeing. Boeing, you can pick them up for $100. Tesla, $900. But again, Tesla's another good one. But honestly, guys, I'm not a fan of trading Tesla, right? I know a lot of people do really, really good trading Tesla. I am not a fan of trading Tesla at all. Not a fan. RELI. Well, look at you, RELI. What are you doing? After buying insurance agency. So 954 press release, literally just a second ago. So Reliance Global Group, RELI, acquires JP Cush and Associates for $2 million. Shares jump. So high day resistance. You have room up to 522. And then looking up towards around that 560 mark. So yeah, I do like RELI. We have some good news. RELI is a low float stock coming out of the gate strong. A lot of activity, a lot of volume, a lot of momentum. The only thing that I see that we have right now is what? This little uptrend. That is the only thing that I see that we have right now is this slight uptrend. And looking at the daily chart, right, we have right around that $4 support, right? 50-day moving average, previous spiking high, previous levels of support, right around, let's just throw it down towards around $4 on RELI. 450 top resistance over 450, room to around 522. Room towards around 522.